Hey, 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 we are live.
Yes,
This was a surprise. I texted Craig and said, dude, do you want to get on here with me? And he's like, yeah,
we
let's
did.
go.
He did. That's what
So
he
here
did.
we are. Here we are. What's happening, dude?
Well, it's organization day at the Duswalt house. My kids run as far away from me as possible when I get in this mode. They're like, "Oh God, it's the kitchen reset, it's the office reset day," and then they hide. That's what I'm doing.
They hide.
They
And
do.
they don't think you know that they hide.
Oh yeah, no, they. It's a when Dad gets in this mode, people leave. They run because I'm like, let's pick this up, let's reorganize this. Da, 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 da. You should see my office right now; it's a disaster because I'm
Dude,
reorganizing.
everybody watching should see your garage.
Yes, I am.
That is a man, that's quite the feat.
Yeah, baby. What
You're
about my
you're
feet?
you're organized.
I'm very organized.
We have some people watching. Say hi in the comments. Say what's up.
What?
So yeah, man, this has been a weird month for me. The having that cold thing for whatever 3 weeks. Then I start feeling better. And then I get some freaking weird headache thing for 2 or 3 days. And
You're getting old, man.
yeah, I don't know if it's that. Hey, Glow. There's Glow.
Glow Favreau.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, I am getting older ish. But I'm still not 60.
And either am I. I'm 61.
I know.
I'm really pushing it now.
So dude, okay, some crazy things are starting to bubble up for the
Percolate.
percolating. There's a
Yeah,
good word. I like
yeah,
it.
yeah. We're percolating,
I
baby.
said bubbled up, but
Yeah,
percolating's a better word.
I like percolate.
So okay, so yesterday we had a master class scheduled and you had to do it on your own
Yeah,
because I was in the I was
he was
literally
in a car
in
on his
the
way to
ER.
the emergency room.
I was in the ER and they had to give me morphine.
Yeah, that's why your eyes are all glassy right now.
Are they?
No, no,
Oh, I look washed out.
no, you're
Um
fine. Yeah, no, I got a call from. So I was going to talk to Ken. What's today? Saturday. I was going to talk to you on Thursday night. We were going to talk about the webinar on Thursday, and I'm texting him, and Ken is that guy that texts back right away. So I'm watching a movie, texting him, and I'm like, huh, he must be dead.
oh,
So he doesn't respond all night. I wake up the next day and I said, hey, just checking everything okay. And then he calls me on the phone, but it's not him, it's Jill. And my first thought was, oh my God, he's dead.
oh, dude, don't make that your first thought.
You always respond like right
I
away.
know, but
Oh,
we could go. He maybe the
no, no,
Dallas Cowboy cheerleading squad kidnapped me. Why couldn't it be that?
no, that's not where I went. So I get the call, and then she explains like, yeah, he's not doing good, and I'm like, oh yeah, who cares about that? Is he doing the webinar though?
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. I didn't.
she
I
did
didn't.
kind of say he was a
No,
little
no.
insensitive.
After I said I hope he's okay, and then I said I even text her back. Oh crap, he's running the webinar. Like, what are we gonna do? And then,
Dude, I was sitting in this chair right here.
yeah,
I cannot explain it, man. I could not keep my eyes open. My head was pounding. Nothing got rid of the headache. And I remember Jill walking in, Ken. And I was like, what? She goes, they need the link. Like they need you to. I'm like, okay. And I guess she just stood here and it felt like 10 minutes, but I don't think it
no,
was.
probably
And I heard her going, Ken, you have to sit up and get. I'm like, I know. I couldn't move, dude. It
yeah.
was crazy.
But we did it. It worked. It ended
You
up
did
being
it.
great. And like even better than just working, what we're gonna play for you tonight, what Ken's gonna play for you tonight.
Mm.
Um, just an extra bonus that we did not expect. And that, I'll let the video explain what happened.
Well,
Anyway.
let's do this. If anybody watching right now has ever heard of the great Tim Story, drop a 1 in the comments. I'm curious if you guys know who Tim Story is, because Tim Story is, oh my gosh, what an incredible human being he is. He's been on Oprah's Super Soul Sunday, I believe, multiple times. He's been on Grant Cardone's stage about every single time Grant's had a 10X growth conference. Brian Hess, my brother, how in the world are you, man? So he was on now. I think he might have been on the virtual stage because they had another area set up for the virtual, but Tim is unbelievable, man. He is freaking unbelievable.
And he was with Gloria Mayfield Banks at the thing talking about our event, because he's speaking there, and he comes, he said, yeah, I was just talking to Gloria about doing the event with you guys. But
it's unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. I'm like, wow, that's so cool.
I mean, and if you guys stick around and you watch the video I'm getting ready to show you, you'll hear him talk about, yeah, me and Charlie Sheen and somebody else were going up to this one place, and you and who, what?
I know.
Like, it's just like, he's just so connected, and he's coached so many celebrities. He's known as the comeback coach. He's unbelievable. And then Gloria Mayfield Banks, #1 Mary Kay rep in the world, and which she retired and sold that, but last year, I think it was, but she's going to be there teaching sales
trainer. Yeah.
And I can't wait, man. And then we've got James Barber doing a private concert again.
Yeah,
dude, I have the recording, and James is like, do not put that out. You're not allowed to put that out. I know. I really wish I could though, man. Cause when he sang,
oh yeah.
What's the first song he sang?
I don't know. I was a blur.
It's a Disney song.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it brought tears to my eyes. I was like, how am I crying over a man singing? This is weird. And so, but I mean, my wife, anyway, it's James is phenomenal. And talk about somebody that knows how to teach communication.
Oh, yeah.
He knows how to teach communication.
Yeah.
Brian, the event it's March 7th through 12th in Orlando.
In Orlando mansion.
And oh my gosh.
Too beautiful.
Well, the mansion it's unbelievable too. But yeah, well, both of them. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But let me show this. How about I show the video? Who wants to see this video?
Now, I'm gonna check out for a minute because I cannot watch myself on video, and so I'm gonna just like close my eyes, and you guys will enjoy it.
All right, I'm gonna play it now. Listen, it's a little bit long, but I'm telling you, it won't feel long because it is. Look at my buddy Tony Coder. Yes, I did actually.
He's allergic to Texas, I think.
No, it can't be. I love it here. But it is a little bit longer of a video, but it won't feel long.
Story motivating people and just sharing some great information. And he's like one of the most, if not the most dynamic speaker in the world today. So
he is incredible.
Yeah.
He's incredible. So here, I'm going to play this video. Y'all check this out. And thank you to everybody watching, and share this out if you could. Did you share it, Craig, to your page? Oh, yeah. Share this out if you would. And stand by. Here we go. A video from Tim Story jumping on the live masterclass with Craig yesterday. And wait till you hear the fire that comes out of this man's mouth. It's incredible. And I will see you guys in just a few after you watch this.
So when you go to seminars and you were to see like a Tim Story or a Gloria Mayfield Banks or Nick Lowry or James or Israel, you would sit in an audience with 300 to 500 to 1,000 to maybe 4,000 people, like Grant Cardone has right now in Las Vegas. And you would see Tim Story is actually there speaking right now this weekend. And so, you'll see Tim Story with 4,000 people in the audience. And you say to yourself, oh my gosh, Tim Story, oh my gosh, he was so amazing. God, I would love to meet and just talk 5 minutes to Tim Story. So what do you think your chances are with 4,000 people in the audience that you're going to go backstage and meet Tim Story and get to hang out with Tim Story? I'm going to tell you your odds are zero. There's way too many people already backstage that are friends with Grant Cardone and friends with all the other speakers that are going to have this situation. But here at the Mastermind, the retreat in Orlando, Florida, you're going to actually get to hang out with the man that just joined us online, Mr. Tim Story. How is that for timing?
Hey, number one, that made me feel so good to jump on, and you're actually saying, how would you like to hang out with Tim Story?
It was like so perfect. And let me just share, thank you. I know you're crazy this weekend in Vegas at Grant Cardone's event. So I really appreciate that you're taking a couple of minutes out of your day. Literally 15 minutes ago, your assistant said, hey, can you jump on a live Zoom? And you said yes. That's the kind of people we have. We have people that care about other people and want to give back. So Tim,
yeah, that is exactly right. And there's a big speaker about to speak. See, look at the thing here. There's a guy about to speak, and I literally told the guys that are with me, I said, hold on, just save my seat over there. Because let me just tell you something. Life is about timing, and I'm really into preparation, and you got to have preparation, of course, but there's something about timing. And I think the timing of this conference is so important. I'm seeing so many people in desperate need of a transition and in desperate need of a transformation. And that's part of what we're going to be doing in this conference, is helping people through the transition, even in their finances and their mindset, and also therefore bringing on the right transformation they need. So I'm excited to be part of this team.
Yeah, and so you are friends, or you know James Barber, is that correct?
Yes, James is a very good friend of mine, and as you know, one of the most talented voices we have, and a man who's done 9 Broadway plays. So that's a lot.
Yeah. So we're talking about access, Tim. We're talking about how do you get access to a Tim Story, like a James Barber, the people that we have, Gloria Mayfield Banks. And so that's why this retreat is so important to us, because I used to tour with Guns N' Roses and Air Supply. And how do you get backstage and you meet Axl Rose? Well, you don't. It's very difficult when there's 80,000 people in the audience. So Ken and I got together and we said, how do we get a Tim Story and Gloria Mayfield Banks in the room with 30 people? I know how much you usually charge to speak, and you are not charging. You're doing a favor. You're charging. We're paying you, but not what you usually get paid. And I just wanted you to share, why you because you're friends of James. I get that. But I feel that you feel it's important just to get the word out, because we are in a transition in life because of COVID and the world is totally different. I feel that you're helping us because you actually really want to touch people. Can you touch on that?
Well, there's no doubt about it. I think that, I just saw Gloria yesterday because we're both here.
Oh wow.
Both of us speak here almost every year in one form or fashion. But I just saw her yesterday, and we're both excited about the conference. And to me, the way I look at it is that, I'm thankful for the fact that my speaking fees have gone so high, but let's leave that for the Starbucks and the Gatorades to pay,
Yeah.
And so they pay those. They have these companies that they want to pay those amounts of money to guys like us. So, but I think that for you, when James told me about this event, I really liked your motives. And a lot of the way I move in life is motive. And I'm being honest. Sometimes they'll say, you know, we're going to fly you to Dubai. You're going to get this enormous amount of money, but everything just seems so cut and dry and paperwork. And I really don't feel it. And I tell you, I passed up so much because it's only 50 years. But I said yes, yes to yours because of motive. And your motive is to uplift people, give people a life lift. And the power of exposure and networking is so huge. If I could just say this, because we've talked before, and there you are with all your guitars, is that if you think about Motown for a minute, it was networking that made Motown really start to become great. By Berry Gordy being able to get a Smokey Robinson, a Marvin Gaye, a Supremes together. But Smokey tells me the stories. It was their conversations. How would you do this song? How would you do it different? So to get with us that are having the fortune, the good fortune, the grace, the privilege to do what we're doing at this level right now, I think that now our vision with me and people like Gloria, Mayfield Banks, and James Barber, myself, our vision is to see their vision come to pass.
Wow. I really appreciate that. That makes me feel so good that I feel now even more that we're doing the right thing because you said yes, because you saw our motive. So that's key. I've seen a couple of interviews with you. You have this thing, because we're talking about the right people in the right room. You have something, I think I saw in a video, something, the green room. Can you touch on the green room?
Yes. I think that what happens in life is that we have 3 levels of intimacy in friendship. Okay. One is the acquaintance, and that's great. Like, as I'm walking through this 10X conference, it's a privilege because you get people that come up to you and they say, hey, I know you from North Carolina. I know you from Alabama, or I saw you in London, England. So those are good people, and that's an acquaintance. So that's level 1. The second would be like your friends and family, where there's a deeper level of intimacy. The third is very, very difficult to get to, and that is what I call the green room. A green room is a place where there are secrets that are shared. It's very powerful. And so I've been in many, many green rooms throughout the years. I remember one night, Robert Downey Jr. was going to do Jay Leno. So he took me and his buddy Brent Bolthouse, and we went to do the Jay Leno show. So we were back in the green room. And so Jay Leno comes in, and he's got a jean jacket, jean pants. He's joking with Robert, joking with me, joking with Brent. And I noticed there was a lot of secrets going on. There's a lot of secrets going on, like, hey, what's the latest? How are you really doing? What's going to happen in the show? And then when me, Robert, and Brent were talking, we're friends. We're telling secrets, the inside scoop. And so I think that the green room is pivotal.
Yeah.
Some people are supposed to stay in your green room, but some are supposed to just visit. So at least what's happening in this case is that we're inviting people to our green room and say, hey, let's talk. Like, Tim, how did you get to the point where you get 1,000 invitations a year?
Yep.
Well, I have answers to that. How do you have 1.8 million followers on Instagram alone? I have answers to that. And it's so this is more than a podcast. This is a personal touch, and really having great conversations with people.
So that is so key. When I toured with Guns N' Roses, I'm in a room we played the Freddie Mercury tribute, and I'm in the room with David Bowie and Queen and every star that you can imagine, Annie Lennox, and Led Zeppelin was there. And that is so right. Like, being in that room, I literally just observed, and people just sharing stories and just funny stuff. And I use it in my talks now, because that is exactly right. And it was called the green room, which is really interesting. And it was just a very powerful thing. And I think that's how I became a very good speaker is because I learned some secrets of how they do things and why they do things on stage and behind the stage, and to get people to come to their concerts. It's interesting.
But I like what you're saying. And number one, that should be in a book if it's not in a book already, because not get to be in the same room as those great people. I mean, people that are real artists and did amazing things, even down to David Bowie. I've been a big fan of Bowie's for all those years. But I will say this, that what you said about, it's not always about even getting like 30 minutes of my time.
Mm-hmm.
It's sometimes just standing in a conversation and hearing someone say, the way I did this was boom, boom, boom. Yeah. I remember one time Smokey Robinson was talking to someone else in a green room, and they were saying, like, what is your writing process? Like, do you go away? Do you go hide yourself away? He goes, no, man. I just observe. I observe, like, people, heartache, joy, and then it just comes to me. And then he later then says to me, because I said, that was really cool. He said, yeah, Tim, I've written some of my greatest songs like on napkins, back of a book.
Yeah, interesting. It's very interesting. Hey, I know I respect your time, Tim. Can I ask you one last question? Because of the way the world is right now, and I know that you're the comeback coach and you work with major celebrities in this.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. How do we, regular people that are going through tough times because, you know, COVID, people had to reset. You talk about this in your interviews a lot. How do people get the momentum back? How do they get the momentum again?
Yeah. So number one, I think that we're all celebrities. A celebrity is somebody that is celebrated. So if you are celebrated by your mother, you're a celebrity. If you're celebrated by your husband, you're a celebrity. And me and the rest of the team for this conference, we celebrate you. So now you're a celebrity. So I don't see it as regular and celebrities. I see everybody as just great people. So, but here's how you get momentum back. Number one, you have to become awake. What I mean by that is whether you are in addiction, whether you are in an abusive situation, or whether you're just going through life and just in a mundane place, you have to somehow wake up. So waking up. How can you wake up? You can wake up to a conference like this, to be honest. You can wake up to a great conversation. So you become awake. Secondly, you have to take inventory and get realistic about like what's here, like what is in your life. How's your mindset? How's your physical body? How's your job? How's your finances? How are your relationships? So you wake up. Secondly, you take inventory. Number three, and this is where we come in, you got to partner with the right people. You got to partner with the right people to get to the right places. So my strength is I was very fortunate at a very early age to have some of the icons love Tim's story and have the Lee Iacocca's love me so much. He said, you teach me about life. I'll teach you about finances. And then Quincy Jones taking me on when I was in my late 20s and mentoring present. So yes, awake, take inventory, partner with the right people.
Love it. Tim, I can't wait till March 7th when I'm going to give you a big hug for doing this. I really appreciate you. Really appreciate your time. Go be brilliant in Grant's event.
People still sign up?
Yes, people can still sign up. We have 7 spots left.
Okay, so let me do a little service announcement here.
Please.
Guys, 7 spots left. And why don't one of you just reach out and sponsor somebody? And I always say sponsor somebody else's comeback. Maybe it's your cousin, your brother, a coworker. Sponsor somebody, no doubt about it. Or get the word out for all you that will watch this over the next couple of days, or even just today. Make sure and tell somebody. Let's fill those 7 spots. Let's do it now. And let's take it to level. Like, for instance, I'm at this 10X, but I sponsored someone to come here. I've got a young entrepreneur that wanted to be here, and I paid a lot to make sure that happened.
Yeah.
And so, come on, buddy, and let's fill this thing up completely.
Thank you so much, Tim. I love you, brother. I will see you March 7th.
Love. All right, life is good. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Life is great. Thank you. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So he literally took time. He literally is coming on stage at Grant Cardone's event in Las Vegas, right? There's thousands of people there. And he was going to do the timing had to be perfect, and it wasn't. So he was going to do a video for us because he's literally supposed to be on stage. And I guess he told them, just hold off for a second, save my seat. I'll be right there. So he did that, and he was going to do a video for us. But then this morning he said, what time are you going on? And I said, 12 noon Eastern time. And he goes, hey, I could jump on at like 12:15, 9:15 Pacific time. Would that be okay? Would that be okay? Unbelievable. Wow.
Wow.
I wanted, because I didn't really, I was in the moment,
Yeah.
and now just listening back to it, he's good, man.
Oh my God. And dude, we have him and we have Nick. We forgot to mention Nick.
Nick Lowry, Hall of Fame kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Like,
Come home.
who was literally just at the Super Bowl. Wasn't he there?
No, he was at Lee Steinberg's party that we introduced him to. Lee Steinberg. No. I'm sorry. No. He was his agent.
No, he was his
He
agent.
kindled, there. And so he was sponsoring Lee Steinberg's Super Bowl party. Yeah, no, Lee and Nick go way, way back.
Wow. And Gloria Mayfield Banks is just
I know. I just love that Tim gets on and he says, yeah, I was just talking to Gloria yesterday. We were talking about your event. And I'm like, oh my God, that is just so weird.
it's crazy.
I love it.
And they're both always out. I mean, they speak almost every year in some capacity, he said, out there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I saw him the first time he spoke. It was incredible. So yeah, we have all of that. And let's talk about somebody, because we did this in October of 22, and we had a full house.
Yeah.
We cap it at 30 people. So we were filled up. We only have like 7 spots, or how many? I don't know, seven
It
or 8.
It could be 6 or 5, depending on what happens in the next couple of hours from what happened yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
So, but it's still 7 officially, but it could be 6 or 5.
So
Craig's
keeping track of all that. Thank God. He's even doing the bedroom assignments. And these mansions, by the way, are humongous. One has 15 or 14 bedrooms.
One has 9 and 5, 14 bedrooms, and the other one has like 12. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Well, the game rooms are insane. I've never seen that. There's basketball hoop games, and
well,
I mean, huge.
Here, the part that we haven't talked a lot about, excuse me, that cough is still hanging on.
Yeah, I know.
But the mastermind. Should we tell everybody about what we decided?
Yes, and I think I said it on the master class. So yeah, if anybody is on the fence, this is what Ken and I have decided to do. We wanted to create the idea when we first came up with this. We said we're going to create 30 rock stars. We're going to make them like huge, and they have to do the work, but we were going to like promote them and everything. And that happened in October at the first retreat, and they get a year mastermind. We decided to do that one more time just to ensure that we had rock solid people that could give us testimonials, right? Because we want them to be so successful that they tell people, It went to Turn, and it's because we went to Turn It Up. And there's a girl, I'm not going to mention numbers or names, that has made more money in the last 6 months that she's ever made in her life coming to Turn It Up.
And she attributes it to what?
Yeah. Well, coming to Turn It Up, lit her on fire again. Lit her on fire.
And it's it's
a big number.
hundreds of thousands of dollars extra.
Yep.
That she's
so Ken and I said we'll do it one more time. So you get to come to the retreat and a 12-month mastermind with Ken and I. So we'll inspire your butt off at the retreat. We're going to teach you, train you on sales, train you on marketing, train you on mindset and get rid of the overwhelm in your head, train you on nonprofits if you want to start a nonprofit, communications, all those things. But for the next 12 months after that, you get Ken and I to make sure, well, trainings every month to make sure that you become the best that you can be. You make more money and everything. Now, there's 7 slots left. We're not doing that anymore. We're going to do only retreats, and we're just going to do more of them. So we're not going to do a 12-month mastermind anymore. So there's 7.
This is it.
This is it.
This is the last group that gets 12 months.
Yeah.
Now we may put together something that
we
offer a 3 or a 6 month or so. But it's not going to be
no.
It's not going to be for what we're charging for this, because what we're charging, look, for a couple or a single that wants a king room to themselves, it's $25,000, and if you want to have a roommate, it's $20,000, and which again, we're obviously going to make sure the roommate situation is, good. And there'll be no married men with married women unless they're married to each other. But anyway, we're because it's really, for us, it's about ethics, and it's also about, Craig, you spent, what'd you spend? 25 grand in
numerous times I've spent 25 grand.
Right.
When I first started as a speaker, I went to a seminar and I signed up for 2 coaching programs. It was $25,000 and didn't have any money at the time. That's when I first started. I had a little money, but nothing to talk about. And then since then, I've been in the Genius Network for $25,000 a year. I did it for like 4 years in a row. And for that, you get 2-day mastermind meetings and
a year
and 1 event for the whole year. There's no one-on-one coaching. There's no, don't get me wrong, it's a great group, but our group is just as good with the quality of people coming, and you get Ken and I to help you, and the other people in the mastermind helping as well, helping for a year.
And I'm telling you, I wish there was a way to take my feelings and get them through, because dude, at the last one, Dr. John Gray, the number one best-selling author of the 90s in hardback books, with Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, he hung out there. He stayed there. And John walked up to me over at this other mansion, the speaker's mansion, where, we slept over there. And he goes, I don't know how you guys, there's so much dynamic energy here.
Yeah.
He said, this is the best thing I've ever been to.
Yeah.
John Gray, dude, you've spoken to hundreds of millions of people all over the world, and this is the best thing you've ever been to. And Craig and I, at one point, he walks up, he goes, how are we going to outdo this? I don't know, man. That was like on Saturday or something.
Yeah.
It's on a beautiful golf course. We may try to get a round of golf in. We'll see. I don't know yet, but listen, if you are ready to take your business to a different level, you need to be here. Yeah. It's not even a joke. You need to be here. This is the opportunity of your life. Imagine if you could sit down with Gloria Mayfield Banks. She's the #1 Mary Kay rep in the world, making millions of dollars a year. She sold it for millions, I'm sure. And just sit down and say, I'm struggling with, this part of my business, or how would you, if how would you do this if you were trying to increase your sales, and have an intimate one-on-one conversation, because that's what this is. This is not just like Tim Story's not going to get up and speak and go, okay, folks, see you later.
Nope. He's hanging out for breakfast.
He's sleeping.
Dinner, sleeping over. And here's the other thing, like John Gray, when we were there the first time, there's a lot of not a lot, but there's downtime when you're eating lunch or dinner. So when we all got there the first night, we're all sitting at the dining room table, and John Gray is just, doing John Gray stuff. There's like 8 people. And then Lee Steinberg is talking to about 8 people. And they're just like, have these little groups of whatever you're interested in. And they're talking about, like, how did I sign my first client? Lee Steinberg. How did I get my first client? And now he represents Patrick Mahomes, the number 1 quarterback in football, with
the biggest contract of all time.
Yeah.
John 500 million, right?
500 million. Yeah. Not bad.
That's so
and he gets a nice percentage of that. And then, John Gray talking about relationships, and then whoever was interested in that. And even
which was everybody, even Lee Steinberg.
I know.
Lee sat down, and then Nick and his friend, they sat down.
Yeah.
It was insane.
It's just, and that's what Tim Story was saying. You're in the green room for 4 full days and 2 travel days. You're in this green room. Even if you just sat back and just watched and listened, you will learn so much more. But even better, you get to talk to them and say, like Lori Zapata at our last event is now basically James Barber's personal photographer. She travels all over the country and takes pictures at James Barber's concerts. Just because she's a photographer, met James at our event, and that happened. Numerous things like that are happening. And that's why you said something great, Ken. You're like, I wish you could take the feeling that, because you know what it is, and I know what it is. And I wish I could just take this and put it in your brain for a couple of minutes so you go, oh my gosh, how do I not go to that?
It's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Jose's on here. He's like, hail yeah.
Jose is coming back.
He's coming back.
That's how good this was. We have 1, 2, 3, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people coming back.
Yep.
6. And we were like, we don't want everyone to be the same all the time, but we became a family. That's the other thing. We are all so close. All 30 of us are so close. And now the new people are so close too. It is just going to be life-changing. It's truly life-changing. It's
look, we had a couple of people fly in on their private plane. We had a couple there, Hua and Jaime, that have $600 million in real estate.
Yeah.
And we have, people from all walks of life that are there for one reason and one reason only, and that is to grow, to network, to make themselves and their businesses bigger and better. Yeah. And it was incredible. And the food, should we talk about the food?
Yeah, but before the food, like Nick Ogilvy is coming. Right?
I know.
Nick just signed up. I hadn't met him yet. He just signed up he came to my event, and then he signed up for Turn It Up. And we're just talking, and I realized he does AstroTurf. So he got a job out of it. He did the AstroTurf in my backyard, So it's just putting yourself in the right room. Ken and I know everybody, and we can totally help you get clients. You do that? Oh, I know someone that needs that. And we do that all day long. Your business will grow. It's impossible for it not to grow if you do the work and if you show up and if you play the game. Yeah. Food. Yeah, we have theme nights, which Ken and I haven't found.
Let's talk. Let's
we have to do that like tomorrow.
Let's talk about the breakfast.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
We had to throw out so much breakfast. This year we have help. Yeah. And we're going to donate. We threw out so much food last year. Oh my gosh.
It was, because we wanted to make sure we had enough food. And
Oh, we
the
have-
restaurant, the catering company, wanted to make sure we had way more than enough food. So they gave us extra.
Oh,
They're showing up with these giant pans of scrambled eggs and
bacon
another 2
and
pans of
sausage
bacon.
and bagels and
It was
coffee and orange juice. It is you won't lose weight at this event.
no, you
Unless-
will not.
I mean, we do have healthy stuff. Don't get me wrong, but we have a lot of it.
It's I'm
Everything's
telling
paid for. Everything's paid for. You just have to get to the mansion.
that's
Everything
it.
else is paid for. Yeah.
You take care of your flight, get an
Get it.
Uber.
Yep.
I recommend Uber Black, but that's because I'm a snob. Um, I'm kidding. No, but get to this, man. You're not. Plus, look. I mean, it's great that we have Tim Story. I love Tim. He's been on my show. Love that dude. He's amazing. It's great that we have Gloria Mayfield Banks. Love her. She's amazing. It's great that we have Nick Lowry, who's a really good friend of yours, and he's been on my show. He's a friend of mine as well. It's great that we have James Barber, who is like a brother to me, and you guys are doing some other things too.
Yep.
But there's one thing that we haven't talked about.
Uh-oh.
You and I.
Oh. Yeah. We're the stars of this show.
I mean, we're not the event coordinators for the
No,
love of God.
we're training as well. Yeah.
We're doing these monthly trainings. I have seen it already with the people in the mastermind that from last year that are in it currently. We're blowing people up.
Yep.
Like I'm teaching people some technology things that's I don't there's people that have been like, wow, that rocked my world. Holy
Yeah, that was
crap.
me.
Oh,
like,
well,
Ken-
you too. Yeah.
Every time we do something new, he goes, "I am gonna blow your mind,"
Yeah.
and then he
Yeah.
says something, and I'm like, "Oh, we gotta do that in the training tonight because that's unbelievable."
Yeah.
Ken
Well,
finds new things like whatever the new thing is. An hour later, Ken knows about it. Literally,
I have spent, I'll bet you I've put 60 hours a week in just learning everything there is to know about AI. And I'm not talking about just Chat GPT. There are so many different things. I'll never claim to be an expert until I am one. So
Yeah.
I'm not an expert yet, but I'm going to be.
You will be.
I'm going to be.
Yeah.
But there's other things that we're training on as well, and technology and graphic design and website stuff and
Copywriting.
SEO.
Copywriting, affiliate marketing. We did a whole thing on affiliate marketing.
I mean,
Oh my God, I have the list here. I have the list somewhere. You just keep talking. I'll find the list.
I mean, we really truly look. We want people to be at this event and in this mastermind. We want people to say, "It completely changed my life. My business exploded after being a part of this." That's the end goal.
That is the end goal.
Because then, people will be attracted to that. They'll want to know more. They'll want to be a part of it.
I think I might have the wrong book because I was organizing, but I have my.
You were organizing and you don't know where you put it.
No, because I have two books. I might have it in the other room.
Oh,
I was working on it. Oh no, I got it. So we've done automations. We've done live streams in StreamYard. We've done how to use Canva, and basically, how do you create visuals and stuff like that. That was amazing. Affiliates we did. We're going to do YouTube channels and uploading videos. We're doing marketing and copywriting, how to put together your own membership site, how to write a book and self-publish or publish a book. I'm going to do one on speaking. I put on these large events. How do you get people in the room? How do you get people to show up? We might even do one. I just wrote it on here. We might do a health one with our dear friend, Dr. Fab Mancini, bring him on.
Yeah.
And perfect webinar. Ken is really good at the perfect webinar. Russell Brunson's perfect webinar thing. And we'll probably do one on that too. So we have a lot of stuff that we do. And then if someone in the mastermind suggests something, then we'll say, oh yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
I mean, we've done extra meetings to help
Oh, yeah.
people. We're committed to one meeting a month, but we've done extra
Oh,
meetings,
yeah.
a lot of them actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you
Yeah.
know, yeah, that's it. Look, get there, go to, why haven't I had the banner up? Duh. If you go to, wait for it,
Wait for it. There it is.
turnitupmm.com. You can go in and select the package you want, apply. You have to apply because we are vetting everybody. It's just the way it is. We don't want schmucks there. We only want
Nobody on
people
this
who
call,
are serious.
nobody on this live stream is a schmuck, though. I don't think.
You never know.
That's true.
You never know.
Well,
I mean, I'm just saying that we're vetting people, making
Oh, yeah.
sure that it's
we
a good fit for
Yep.
not just us, but for our other members
the
too.
other attendees. Yep.
Yeah.
Right
so,
now we have amazing people coming, and we want to keep
unbelievable.
it that way.
I mean, like Connie is freaking
Oh my
unbelievable.
Lady Connie Wittich, she's an interior designer for gigantic properties, and that on her website, that thing that she designed in that foreign country island. Oh my God!
And Jill Ann Donaldson and Ron. I mean,
get this! I have a Ron Howell story. So Jill and Ron are together, and Jill runs a furniture company with her family, and she does other things as well. And Ron,
but if Jill's company is like international, they do
huge.
hotel furniture.
They're huge.
High end hotels,
very
like,
high end hotels.
Not the Super 8.
No.
Yeah. Like, go ahead.
So Ron Howell is an architect. That's what he does for a living. But get this. So Jill was like really into rock and roll her whole life. She was just, she used to go to concerts, hang out backstage. She was she just loved rock and roll. So, but she's been with Ron for a very long time, and she just found this out the other day. She's talking to him, and she's like, Metallica's coming to town, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I know Rob Trujillo, the bass player." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" "Oh yeah, we used to surf together all the time." So Rob Trujillo is a very dear friend of mine because my
oh my God.
So I text Rob Trujillo, and the bass player of Metallica, and I'm like, "Hey Rob, just curious, how well do you know Ron Howell?" And he comes back, he goes, "He's a legend."
Right.
He's a legend surfer dude from.
You didn't know that?
I did, but I didn't know he was that legend. Like the bass player from Metallica is like calling this guy a legend. It was cool. It was really cool.
So Jill told me, I hope they're watching, by the way. Jill told me, she said, Ron is I can't do it in that New York accent. But she said, Ron is very, very humble about this, but Ken, he's like the #1 snowboarder in the world.
For his age group,
for his age category.
Wow.
He jumps out of freaking helicopters on a snowboard. But anyway, so he's coming and Jill's coming, and I love those two. I mean, a couple of just amazing humans. Did you see? So everybody that joins, it's an automated process, kind of. Few clicks I got to make, but you end up having to fill out a form with everything you want for what kind of foods you eat and sodas and liquor and all that stuff. And did you read Jill's?
No. What did it say? Uh-oh.
Oh my God. She texted me. She goes, "Did you crack up at my what?" I said, "No, I hadn't even read it yet." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me."
Wait,
it's funny.
Wait, hold it. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, don't read it to everybody. She'll be mortified.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, she's, we make it fun. And look, I have a motto. If it's not fun, I'm probably not going to do it.
Yeah.
It's just the way.
No, you will have fun too.
Oh,
it's just a great time, and it's just like the downtime is actually really, really cool because you really just get to hang and just talk and just Like, how did you do this, and what did you do to get this, and how did you get Tim Story 1.8 million people on Instagram? I mean, like, do you put up a post every day? Do you post 2 times a day? Do you post once a week? You know, how did you maintain that group? And all these answers that you're going to get from the people that do it. It's just very special, very special.
You just heard, dude. I'm looking forward to hanging out with Tim Story and Gloria.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, you don't
anyway
be asking them questions,
huh?
You don't think I'll be asking them questions?
Oh, of course you will.
Yeah.
Anybody watching? Does anybody have a question from the audience? Doesn't look like we don't have very many people on right now.
Yeah, because it's 10:30 at night.
Oh,
11:30
East Coast.
You know, I think we should do this again, like on Monday during the day, and play that video again.
Yeah,
let's do it, because I think we could just tell people we're going to do a Tim Story thing on Monday or something, whatever we do. So
sounds good, bro.
Yeah, baby.
All right, everybody. TurnItUpMM.com. Go apply. Get signed up. Let's go.
Let's do it.
We forgot to talk about Israel.
Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul. So Israel Duran is a guy that helped us with our Facebook stuff, social media. He's going to be talking about social media. He has 330,000 Facebook. What are they called? Subscribers. What are they called?
In group, in a private group.
Yep, in his private group. So yeah, we'll. When we do this on Monday, we'll talk more about Israel. I got to go organize.
All right, hey everybody, please share this out. Please, just share it out. Even if you already shared it, share it again, just for the heck of it. And if you're not hitting the heart button, why not? That helps the algorithm make us look. That's why numbers go low, man. Some of these get shadow banned because people just don't hit the heart button, and that makes. And I should have
tell them to do that at the beginning on Monday.
I know. I forgot to.
Okay, go do that.
Forgot. But anyway, all right. Peace. Everybody have a fantastic night, and we will see you all later.
Peace, love, happiness.
Don't hang up on me, Craig.
I'm not, baby.